You know that little blinking box sitting in the corner of your room? Your router? Well, it's running a whole world of secret software. So today, we're going to crack it open, digitally speaking, and see what's actually hiding inside.
This stuff is called firmware, and it's basically the ghost in the machine. It's the hidden code that makes the physical hardware do its job. And it's not just in your router. It's in your car, your coffee maker, your TV. It is absolutely everywhere, but you almost never ever see it.
Think about it. You trust this one little box, in our case, a very common TP-Link Archer 7 router, with pretty much your entire digital life. So we did what any curious person would do. We went to the official website, downloaded the latest firmware update, and decided to find out what it's really made of.
Okay, but before we put on our detective hats and go code sleuthing, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What exactly is this firmware that we're about to dissect?
Here's the best way to think about it. It's software that's basically been etched directly onto a chip inside the device. So unlike an app on your phone that you can just install or delete, firmware is fundamental. It's part of the hardware itself, telling it how to be, well, a router.
And again, this isn't just about routers. Not by a long shot. It's in pretty much every piece of electronics you can think of. Your smart TV, your washing machine, the complex controllers in a factory, and yeah, even life-saving medical devices. They all run on a hidden layer of this stuff. So, how do you even start to peek inside this hidden world? Well, you need a special kind of tool. Think of it as a digital crowbar mixed with a really powerful magnifying glass. And that tool is called Binwalk. It's an amazing open-source program that's designed to do one thing really well. To take a firmware file and just pull it apart, piece by piece, revealing all the other files and programs that have been packed inside. Now, here's what makes Binwalk a real game changer. A normal command on your computer might just look at the very beginning of a file to guess what it is. But Binwalk, no, it's way more thorough. It scans the entire thing, from start to finish, hunting for the unique digital fingerprints of other files, like entire operating systems that are hidden deep inside. All right, enough talk. We have our firmware file, we have our tool. It's time to fire it up and see what's actually lurking inside the Archer C7's code.
And, believe it or not, this is it. This one single command is all it takes to kick the whole investigation off. We're just telling Binwalk, hey, scan this file, and tell us everything you recognize.
And almost instantly, we get a map. Binwalk doesn't just spit out a bunch of random code, it lays out the entire structure for us. It finds the bootloader, that's the first bit of code that runs. Then it finds a Linux kernel, and even a whole compressed file system, which is where things like the router's web page and settings are stored.
And when we drill down into this map, the details start to fill in. We can see it's using a pretty standard bootloader called U-boot. It's running the Linux operating system, its brain is a MIPS processor, and all its files are bundled up in something called a squashfs file system. All pretty standard stuff so far.
But this is where our little investigation took a very unexpected turn. As we were digging through this map, we found something, well, something that really shouldn't have been there. A genuine digital fossil, hiding in plain sight. So we zeroed in on that Linux kernel. That's the very core of the router's operating system. We extracted it, and then we ran another simple command to just search for any readable plain English text inside of it. Specifically, we were looking for the phrase Linux version. And this is what we found. A date. Hidden right there in the code. The year 2012. To be perfectly clear, that date corresponds to the release of the actual Linux kernel software it's running, which is version 3.3.8. And get this, even the compiler, the tool they used to build the software, was from 2012. Now here's the kicker. Remember the file we were analyzing? The latest update we downloaded straight from the official website? That file was released in 2019. Which, leads to a pretty obvious and pretty big question. Why on earth is a device getting an update in 2019 that's built on a software foundation from 7 years ago?
Well, the answer seems to come down to this kind of silent standoff. From the company's perspective, profit and getting products out the door fast is priority number one. Security and long-term support can often be an afterthought. And from our side, the customer side, we often think, hey, if it works, don't touch it, because updating can feel like a risky, complicated process. So you have this shared attitude that leads to, well, this.
And look, it would be easy to just point a finger at this one router. But the truth is, this is so much bigger than that. This one discovery is really just a symptom of a massive, industry-wide problem.
This exact same logic applies to a staggering number of devices. The firmware running the systems in your car, the code in your home security camera, even the software in a hospital's medical equipment. It could be just as old, maybe even older, and potentially full of security holes that have never been patched.
It all comes back to this one mentality. If it works, don't touch it. In the world of physical objects, that might be good advice. But in the fast-moving world of software and security, that phrase has become a recipe for creating these invisible, widespread risks that can linger for years and years.
So that really leaves us with one final, kind of unsettling thought. We found a 7-year-old ghost hiding in this one machine. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other ghosts are hiding inside the dozens of other devices you trust with your life and your data every single day?